The killing of a young Jewish couple, staffers at the Israeli embassy in Washington, has shocked the world. The suspect is charged with the murder of foreign officials. Court documents reveal the shooting was captured on surveillance video outside the museum. It reportedly shows Elias Rodriguez firing at the victims several times. After they fell to the ground, he then walked into the museum where he turned himself into police, telling them he did it for Palestine and Gaza. U.S. Attorney for D.C. Janine Pirro told reporters Rodriguez also faces charges of hate crimes and terrorism.
Violence against anyone based on their religion is an act of cowardice. It is not an act of a hero. It is the kind of case that we will vigorously pursue. Anti-Semitism will not be tolerated, especially in the nation's capital.
The victims were planning to be engaged in Jerusalem next week. Both were dedicated to working towards building peace for Christians, Jews, and Muslims in the Middle East. Yaron made Aliyah to Israel at age 16 and served in the military. Born to a Jewish father and Christian mother, he was a member of Jerusalem's Messianic Christian community. Vanessa Mistretta, a member of his congregation in Jerusalem, spoke with CBN News.
He had a strong friend group. They were all just super close and loved God and loved Yeshua and just were passionate about really making an impact.
He talked about his love for his family and Sarah.
He always had a smile on his face and just was a peaceful guy that loved people well. And we all know that he loved Sarah, and you know, I know that his family was looking forward to having him back here next week and to visit and to propose. And it's just really devastating.
Sarah Milgram was from Overland Park, Kansas, and involved with the local Jewish community. She graduated from the University of Kansas. At a vigil in her honor, a friend and former college roommate shared how Sarah advocated for reaching across political and religious divides, for brokering peace. The fact that the tragic murder of the two Israeli embassy employees happened in the United States heightens the concern over the rising cases of Jewish hate, especially on college campuses. The Times of Israel reports a surge of 340% in acts of global anti-Semitism.
Two young souls murdered, Yaron and Sarah. We are brokenhearted for them and for their families. We are brokenhearted for all Jews in America who don't feel safe in this moment.
Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has ordered the increase of security at embassies worldwide. And here in D.C., police have heightened their presence around local faith institutions. At the White House, Kelly Wright, CBN News.
We're here with Zorit Zahavi, the founder and president of Alma Education and Research Center. It's great to be with you again, Zorit.
Thank you for having me.
We were here a year ago. Tell us what's happened in a year and how much has changed.
Wow. First, not too long after the previous conference, it became crazy. Like Hezbollah intensified its fire to areas that are not evacuated. Where I live, this area as well. And finally, in September, Israel went to an offensive in Lebanon, meaning that we had rockets every day, an average of 100 rockets a day from Lebanon. And then in November, there was a ceasefire, which since then, reality changed dramatically. I can say on myself, I'm a different person than I used to be last year, a year ago, because I'm much more optimistic. People told me that I smile more.
You seem more relaxed anyway.
I seem more relaxed because we could hardly sleep back then. Like, we heard the sounds of war all the time. We were very nervous. It's not the situation now. We are getting back to normal step by step. And even though I should say it's a ceasefire, but Israel is attacking in Lebanon about almost every day, twice a day sometimes. But it's not war. It's a different feeling. It's truly a different feeling. And the reason Israel is doing that because it is trying to prevent the efforts of Hezbollah to recover in those areas.
How would you define or categorize how strong or weak Hezbollah is now?
No, it is definitely weaker than it used to be, much weaker than it used to be. The military achievement of IDF is phenomenal, or Mossad, if you like, both with the pagers attack. It created chaos and confusion. It took off the capabilities of Hezbollah with regard to the rockets arsenal. There are still rockets in the hands of Hezbollah, but nothing like what it used to have. It is not capable anymore of launching an invasion, a large-scale invasion to Israel. So Hezbollah, we like took this huge monster that grew out on our border and minimized it to something very small inside a box, and now our mission is to make sure that it stays like that.
For the future of Lebanon, is it possible to see a Lebanon without a major influence by Hezbollah anymore, and or Iran?
It's a good question. I don't know. I think we should try. I think Lebanese should try for the sake of everybody here. I think if there was ever a timing to try, now is the right time to try because of the weakness of Hezbollah. I hope that the Lebanese government will be decisive enough, and I hope that the American will use maximum pressure in this to really take this golden opportunity to change the reality. It doesn't mean that Hezbollah will disappear, okay? But again, it can create a situation that the monster will be in the box. They may be terror, but not a terrorist army that is strategically threatening the state of Israel.
You personally and Alma in general has been an invaluable asset to so many people around the world, especially since October 7th. Tell us how people can access all the information you do and what's the mission. You just talked about it. We're here at the second annual Alma conference. What's the mission of Alma, and how can people access all the research and information you provide?
So in brief, I thought that the right terms to use was intelligence-based diplomacy, because we are producing intelligence, but in opposed to intelligence agencies that are using classified information, we use open source information, which enables us to use the intelligence for diplomacy, like to talk to you and to talk to others. And this is what I do. Like, I speak to everybody who is willing to listen about this information and knowledge that we create in Alma. Everything is published in all of our social media platforms. The best one is Twitter, and also in our website, israel-alma.org. Everybody is welcome to subscribe to our newsletter, a weekly newsletter, where you're going to get some exclusive, I wouldn't say updates, I would say analysis that I write every week. And yes, that's my mission, like to spread the word about what's going on here.
Well, for all those who would like to have more information and understanding about what's happening here in the Middle East, I highly recommend it. Zorit Zahavi, great to see you again, and thanks so much.
Thank you very much for having me.